Okay, Pradeep. So among this, okay, five in, uh, and is it the first class that you are joining, or previously have you joined? I mean, I remember only few names, but who is the first time?
Yes.
Suraj Subbarao.
Yeah, hi. I'm the first.
Okay, you are attending for the first time today.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So
Even
Pradeep,
me too.
sorry, sorry.
Even myself also first time joined.
Okay, Subbarao. Okay,
I am also first time.
Harish. Okay, nice. So actually, 1 week back, when it was scheduled, like we had 3 days. Then, like I took a break for 1 week. Like I was going out of station, so again we started from today onwards.
How many
Okay.
how, how many classes was done? How many
No, those were the actual demo classes that we have taken. Okay, two
Okay.
classes. I think we have taken two classes.
Oh,
Fine. So we had a brief intro on what actually is the waterfall model, why actually Scrum or Agile came into existence, what is the need for that, and we analyze few scenarios like why actually we need a. I mean, what are the basic things that made to evolve this particular framework or methodology. Okay, whatever it is, we will just go back once again to those concepts, and then we'll start once again. Okay, before that, I will give my intro. Okay, that's fine. Before that, okay, Harish, may I know from which background or how much experience that you have? Are you from an IT background or not non-IT background? Report actually. Is brief intro about you, Harish?
Yeah, myself Harish. I'm working in IT only in a support.
Okay.
So
Oh,
I just have a couple of questions. I already
yes.
uh,
Mhm.
watched your two demos. Uh,
Okay.
Second demo I actually completed around 8:45, and I joined 9 o'clock. Third day. Uh,
Okay. Okay.
at the time only I able to came to know that you are on leave.
Mhm. Right. Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
I worked as a support role in my
See.
company around 5+ years. So I
Okay.
want to know
Mhm.
whether able to. I have a couple of
Mhm.
questions, so I will
Yes,
ask
please.
later. Uh,
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, yeah. Okay, good. Good. Thanks for that.
okay.
Yeah. Okay. I think Jun, I think we had a talk previously, but you can give an intro, one or two liners from your side.
hello.
Yes. Yes, Pradeep, you can. Yes.
Yeah, hi. Myself Pradeep. I'm working
Mm,
as a production support and dev both.
mm,
2 days dev and 3 days production support. SQL
Oh,
and
okay.
Linux. I'm working. Yeah, I have
Oh,
total eight
nice.
plus years of experience.
8 years. Very good. Nice. Nice. Good to know that. And you are, okay. Good. So have you heard about the Scrum before, or it's first time that you are in it? Because I think you are in India, so you are
Yeah, yeah,
quite
yeah,
aware of.
yeah.
Okay, fine, thanks. Sangeeta?
Yeah, we following the Scrum, but
Mm-hmm. You're not,
yeah,
okay.
yes, yes.
Yeah, thank you. Sangeeta, Subbu. Okay, whoever it is, Sharad Sharma or whoever, so Barao, B.
Yes.
Anyone who can, yes, sir.
Yeah. Myself Subara. So I'm having 15 years of experience.
Oh, nice.
I'm working as a Scrum Master, handling two teams from
Good to know
past
that,
3 years.
sir.
Uh, and even earlier also we are in agile process. So, but I don't have a
Okay,
professional certificate, so I was trying for that now.
okay, okay. So you're well aware of all the things, sir, like why you actually need
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Okay, good, good. Thanks, sir. I will be learning from you as well. Thanks for that.
Yeah. No problem. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Sharad Subbarao. That's done, right? Okay. Anyone else who left? I mean, okay, fine. A brief intro about me. I have almost 16 years of experience in IT. Like I have been through the development phase. I mean, started my career as a uh, beginner, as a normal programmer. Then I've been into different roles. Uh, s- uh, so that includes being a part of development, being a part of an admin. Later, I moved into this Scrum. Okay, so I almost have 5 to 6 years of experience in this Scrum Master, and I'm presently working as a project manager from Scrum Master. So whatever, I mean, depending upon the project needs and all, like in the IT, like it changes, right? So we need to work as per their this thing. So this is a brief intro about me, and I have been teaching for the Durga for last 1.5 years. Okay, and so small thing about me myself, and so the course whole content is designed for 15 days because I actually previously it was above 1 month, but we cut short and because it Scrum itself is it, they are actually expecting that it is something like the programming language which takes 1 month to complete, but later I have said that it takes a very less amount of time. So we have cut short on the code, not the content part, but the thing is the time duration. Okay. So it is only for 15 days. So probably starting from today, 15 days in the sense like we have 5 days a week. So 5 days we'll have the classes. So it will run for 3 weeks, right? So what we will cover in this particular 3 weeks is the first week is going to be almost 7 days altogether. We will be mostly talking about the fundamentals of the Scrum. We are talking about how it got evolved. Okay, we will talk about. We'll download the Scrum guide. We are going to go in detail each and every line in the Scrum guide, understand the lines, understand each and every line in the Scrum guide, and see like how we are going to, as a Scrum Master, implement that. Okay, you have to. We'll be going through each and everything in the Scrum guide, and trying to implement. So the whole thing will be once we complete the particular Scrum guide, we will be going into the Jira part. Like we will take a see. I won't say like we as a Scrum Master will be doing the admin roles of a Jira. No, we will. Our role is limited to seeing the charts, picking up the charts. Or starting the if we are given the chance, like starting the sprints, closing the sprints. Okay, what is a sprint and all, like we will come to know later. But the thing is, so nothing as an admin, but purely on the superficial side, like where we log into the screen, see the how their work is being progressing. Okay, and what reports that are to be generated, what reports are to be picked up. Okay, so for all the calculation needs, whatever the project management team wants, like we will be giving it to them. So that's it from, I mean, our Scrum Master role in the Jira. So if you are expecting anything beyond that, do let me know because we are not going to cover the Jira admin here. We are not going to cover Confluence here. We are not going to cover any Jira, SQLs, JQLs, what they say. Okay. So if you have anything that kind, probably the answer is no from my side because we are not going to do in that way. Okay. That is try to remember. Next, we will our whole sessions, okay, are going to be mostly concentrating on the exam point of view for the Scrum Master. So if you take the PSM part, like the importance which are given in the exam point of view, like that will be highlighted in our material. We will be making sure those things are being covered and stressed a lot so that you are not going to miss at any point. Okay, so I generally I generally make it in this way if you are able to see the screen. So I give the importance, I give the highlights. Okay, I make sure that something like that. Okay, I will make sure that everything is covered. Okay, and they're quite relevant to our interviews as well as for the exam point of view. Okay, so I not only that, sorry, at the same time, we are going to write some mock exams. The mock exams are going to be I think we can take 2 mock exams. Okay, so we'll take the 2 mock exams and as part of this particular curriculum and do it. Okay, so you will come to know like how the questions are being asked, like how much you need to score in what time and all. Everything will be discussed. Next thing is interview questions. Yes, we will be taking the interview questions in one of these classes. We will be giving the behavioral, we will be giving the scenario based questions, and we'll also be discussing like how to answer them so that people like who are trying to move to that role when they are facing these type of questions, they are well equipped with the answers as well. So that will be covered. Okay, and later there are certain aspects like certain points which are not a part of the Scrum guide, but they are in the IT field. Those terms are will be discussed. Okay, so these terms will be discussed. Like you have so many other things beyond the Scrum guides, which also be discussed. So altogether, it will be lasting for 3 weeks, 15 days. Okay, if not, I mean, even if we take 1-2 day off, then I know probably yeah, it's going to be 1 month, 2 days extended. Okay, so need not worry. I mean, we are not strict about the timelines. I won't say like within the on the 15th day itself, I'm going to stop and do it. No, if you feel that certain topic we need to cover, I mean, you're getting some doubts, probably yes, we will take it up and we will also have a discussion on it. Okay. I think you all people have the content, but I will show the content to you also. Okay, so that you are well aware of. Uh, okay, I think only this particular screen is covered. I will just take one. So actually, this was previous syllabus, but the thing is, like, we have just incorporated this the 6th day into this one. Till now, we didn't take any day 6. Actually, only day 5 only. The content topics are this one. Okay, so you can. I will just ping that in your chat session as well. You can refer that. Okay. So you can cross check with any of the other things. If you have anything missing, do let me know. Okay. So what we are going to cover is the things are. So we will talk about the daily Scrum. We'll talk about the roles in the Scrum. Okay. We are going to talk each and every point. We will also talk about how the planning is actually happening. Okay. Uh, the sprint planning. These are the events actually in the Scrum. If you're a first time comer, probably you'll be getting confused. But thing is like there are 5 events in the Scrum which we are going to discuss in thoroughly what are things will happen. Okay. So in the planning, what are the things we need to have and all. And also not only that, the retrospective games. Okay. Uh, other things like so there are so many other things which are not covered in the Scrum guide, but they are part of the the Scrum process. So we will talk about that as well. Okay. So any questions on this one? Do you have any other expectations or anything else?
Just one question, Sumit.
Yeah.
Can we target CSM or professional, the one you told, right? So can we
Yes.
target both or any one is
Yeah.
fine?
No. See, I hope you know. Like it's the same. The content is same. Okay. Even if you take CSM or PSM, it's the same. There is no difference because the Scrum guide is designed, you know, in such a way that it it, it satisfies both things. When you talk about the CSM or PSM, the difference between I think right. Only thing is we PSM is once you take the exam, it's valid for lifetime, whereas CSM you need to renew for every 2 years. Okay, so that's the only thing. I generally recommend people to go for PSM. Okay, the whole because once you do it, that's it. I mean, you can go for other certification instead of again renewing it for unnecessary reasons. So, but the whole content satisfies the CSM also, even and PSM together. Okay, that meets the criteria.
Yeah, that answers. Thanks.
Yeah. So we will take the mock exams as well. I mean, we are not going to just complete the course and say done. No, we will be taking the exams parallel. I mean, like this session itself, I will just open the scrum.org, then you people are going to answer and we are going to discuss. Okay. So we are going to discuss on a question and then put the answer, and after 30 questions are over, then we'll get the result. So in that way, like this particular, you will get a confidence in future going for an exam or doing whatever certification you want. So that will be there. So that we can, that's, I mean, that we are limited to that. I mean, other thing, like most of the people have these expectations saying that, what about after that? I mean, after 15 days, how you are going to, are you going to help me on certifications? I mean, after that, probably you need to refer. So our role is limited to just for this particular training. So we do not guarantee any certification help after that or any job interviews after that, because that's how it works actually, the Durga software. So I want to make it clear before, because if you are in, there are some other maybe organizations or institutes or online coaching center where they help you out till you get some thing. Okay, not only that, I mean I have the certain resumes templates which we can share it. I can share it to you. That will be uploaded in the drive where you can, yes, you can change. I mean, you can take it. So all the interview questions, all the PPTs, whatever that we are going to discuss, whatever the exams that we have taken, okay, and all the relevant information will be uploaded in the drive, and every day, like you can go through that particular content. That is there. Okay. So whatever that is discussed will be uploaded in the drive. So you'll get the recordings as well as the material. Okay. Any other questions, please?
In a real time, Scrum framework is enough, or else you said like Confluence, Jira. We'll be using Confluence and Jira and all.
See, most of the people get confused on this one because they're, see, Jira to certain extent only. See, if they ask you, uh, see, once you understand the role of a Scrum Master, probably yes, you can understand the Jira also. Like why if see, there are you will be forming a team, right? So there will be a team, and what is the role? A Scrum Master job is to see how how the project progress is there, how it is going, okay, how it is, how the tasks are being completed, where do we stand in the project, okay. So if that is the role of a Scrum Master, helping the team to do whatever, why we need to become an admin in the Jira? That's the question, okay. So Jira admin is all about creating something, changing the format, changing the look and feel of the web structure, web page and all.
Okay, thanks.
So like adding the users to the team members, like it's not a part of the Jira, sorry, Scrum Master. Okay. So Scrum Master just need to focus on the other things. Okay. He's not, he should not be involved in the look and feel of the, how your project uh, page looks on the Jira. He should not worry. Even he doesn't have access because every organization will have a Jira admin. They will be taking care of all of these things. Okay. They don't have an admin access. Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Sorry, any there is a problem. Okay. Anyone had any question? Okay, fine. I think a few of them attended recently, right? Today, I mean today itself. So we'll just go through one of the. Okay, let's try to understand this one, and we'll. Okay. So can anyone understand this picture? I mean, writing starting from the top left to right. Sorry, start from here to the bottom right corner. If you see, the customer is actually those who have attended previously take it as a revision or just information. Okay, probably tomorrow onwards, like we are going to start it seriously. Okay, it's going to be a little bit of intro today. Maybe you can refresh. Okay, so if you see the customer, the bottom right corner, if you see the customer, there is a tile which is tied to the uh, branch of the tree and what actually needed. Okay, the customer wants to have something like this. Okay, but if you start your journey from here, from stop to here, the customer explained in a different way. Okay, the project leader understood in a different way. Okay, and the engineer who was to design in a particular fashion, he designed in a different way. But his expectation was this, but the whole thing is like designing was completely wrong. The programmer write a code which no one could understand. Okay, the chair was something the salesperson who designed was some who explained that no, the product will look like something like this. Okay, project which was documented was having nothing, and okay, the operation which were installed, okay, it was something which is not at all supporting it all. You could see a roller coaster ride of it was built. Okay, so where do you see this? What do you see the problem over here? Do you think the project which the customer wants to have, or the thing that customer wants to have, or the project that the organization has taken, project people have taken, is it successful? If not, why you think like it is not there, or it be successful? Why? Do you think everything is happening correctly here in this particular picture, in this slide? Yes, sir. Anyone? Harish, Jagya, Panigrahi, Manikumar. I think you have joined recently. Okay, fine. Subbarao, Srikanth, Sharath, Chakravarti, Satrupa Chakravarti. So this is a normal picture where customer wants to have something in the right bottom right corner, and altogether something is happening which is not as per the expectations of the customer. Do you think there is something wrong over here? Can anyone explain? What do you think like something was missing here? See, why yes. Yes, anyone wants to convey?
I think the way of delegating the work as well as the way of understanding from different person to person is differs here.
Right. The way they understood is different. But do you think like they have made an attempt to go back and ask like if their understanding was correct, if their thought process was correct? Do you think that happened here?
There was lack of communication between the all stakeholders.
Okay, there was a lot of lack of communication.
Yeah.
That's one reason, right? Okay, good. Next, any other attempt, any other guess? Come up. I mean, see, It happens to everyone, right? I mean, in your life also, like in our lives, someone says to us and we assume it differently. Okay, but we never make an attempt to go back and ask if that particular thought process that we have is correct or is it aligned with those people's thought process. That's why, like, we have got so many differences with people, right? We will get so many differences in life. Do you think so? Don't you think so? Okay. Here also the same thing. Lack of communication is perfect. But the thing is, even if there is a communication, also probably it would have resulted the same. Okay. The issue that coming up here is there are so many things which are missing. At the same time, there was something which was not happening. That is like going back and asking whether they are doing it correctly or not. Okay. Okay. So probably that was not missing. Okay. The other thing that was missing was even if the customer has said like this is something which is missing, if they have not taken any action to correct that particular thing, probably again the same thing would have happened. Okay. So one thing is that. Okay. Next thing. Maybe this would have been averted. We would have, right from the beginning itself, we would have stopped this particular thing. If right from the scratch itself, when we are starting from the scratch itself, we have shown to the customer like that's what we are doing it. Is it meeting your expectation? Is it meeting at every stages of your work? Probably we would have averted this situation. Am I correct? Are you able to get that?
Yeah, you are correct.
Yes. So every day, so these three things that you need to understand. Like why I'm stressing on this particular point is Scrum depends on these three things. One, whenever you start the work, okay, you should show to the customer or show to the person, stakeholder, saying like what we are doing now. Okay. So unless he knows like what you are actually doing, okay, or to your managers or your team members, okay, if you give a sudden surprise at the end without showing to them, then that's it gone. Got it? So it's something like this. You go to a like maybe like if you are a children, like, have your children, or you when you are a child, maybe like when you started going to some tuitions or to so many learning rooms, okay, learnings, and there there may would have been a private tutor who would have asked you to do something, and if you haven't shown to him like what you are doing, okay, maybe he might have asked you one or twice. After the third time, probably he would have neglected you. Then you would have also taken it granted and you have not shown interest. In that case, probably he will not able to know like what you are doing. Neither you will show to him what you are doing. So there is no thing but something which is missing over there that is called as transparency. Okay. That is called as a transparency. No one knows what you are doing. Okay. You will feel that at the end I will do it completely. But it is not going to happen. Okay. You will be stuck somewhere. You will not say to that particular person and it will result in something different. So something which is not, visible to everyone, that is called the transparency, that is, if it is lacking, probably that will result in a, okay. So the transparency is one of the pillars in the Scrum. Okay. We will talk about that a little later. But the thing is, what I'm trying to convey from this picture is there are things because of which it led to change in the way we are working. Okay. So one is transparency. Okay, not only that, at every point of time, there was no person who was seeing this, whether you are doing correctly or not. Okay, so there was something missing that is called as inspection. Okay, so there was no inspection happening. Maybe the project leader might have, gone to the engineer at the time of coding or doing something for every 2 days, and might have got a chance to check, but he didn't inspect that. Okay, that's why it's like engineer designed in a different way. Okay. Okay, let us say this is called as inspection. Okay, inspection will also yield a good thing, right? So if you are under constant inspection with that particular fear, probably someone is inspecting you, you will work properly. Okay, or you will be focusing on the work. Okay, if not, you will be feared of that. But the thing is, you will be working with responsibility. Okay, so inspection is one thing, and another thing is maybe if he has given the feedback to you, okay, saying that no, this is not way, you should have changed your steps. Probably you should change the code, you should change the way of working. then you might have changed, you have taken that feedback and you have worked on that particular feedback. Okay. Now taking the things and working on it again, you're correcting your steps, that is called as adaptation. Got it. So maybe these three things, one is transparency, one thing is inspection, and another one adaptation. I think those things might have would have helped everyone, right? Am I correct, Harish? What I say, Jagnya, Manikumar, Junxin?
Yeah, I agree with your points. I think in every project, someone need to be there to check whether the project is going in the right direction or not.
Right, inspection, right, perfect. Not only that, it's not about the external factor, but the thing is internal also. Like we ourselves should have this particular thing, right? So transparency, inspection, and adaptation are the three things which probably maybe not related to Scrum as of now, but the thing is maybe they are missing over here. Okay. I took two examples. Those who have attended previously, maybe it will be refreshing for you. Okay. But those who are joining new, maybe they will understand more clearly now. Okay. I am taking two scenarios, Harish. Okay. To everyone. I'm just saying the name so that you will be involved in this particular talk. Okay. So what happened? In the scenario one, there is a mother, okay, and there is one kid in the home, okay. So his mother has taught how to cook, okay. Now at one day, she went outside, okay, and saying her kid to cook the food by the time she comes back, okay. Now when she is going away to the market or somewhere outside, she took the mobile. Sorry, she took the mobile or she forgot the mobile in the home itself, okay. She forgot the mobile and kid doesn't have any mobile, I mean, this is the only mobile which is there in the home now. And there is no way to contact to her mother, his mother, whatever. Okay, got it. So this is scenario one. Now, by the time she or he comes to home, the kid should have cooked the food. Now, what the kid will do in these 3 hours, he will try to understand what he needs to cook. Okay. He will either see the recipe from a book or from the YouTube now. Okay. We will try to do as per the instruction because we have this particular social media. So we will do as per the instruction, or we'll go to outside to a neighbor or a friend and ask like how to cook and do it. Okay. And we will cook the food now. Okay. This is scenario one. Now let's take another scenario. Okay. Sharath, Srikanth, are you able to understand? Subarov, scenario two. Good. So in scenario two, we will take again the mother, the kid. Okay. Now the mother is in the house with the kid now. Okay. You can see the picture, right? They're both there. Now the kid started cooking. When the kid started cooking, she had so many doubts. Whenever she had a doubt, he went to mother or the parent and asked how to cook. Okay, or cleared his doubt. Now she gave that particular feedback or the instructions, like you have to put something like this, or cut like this, or put something like this. Okay. Now taking those particular feedback, he adjusted it. Okay. If it is spicy, he might have made it a little bit normal, or if it's salty, he might have added something to make it normal or salt. Okay. So in that way, he made something and he prepared the food. So in these two scenarios, which one you will feel the food or the dish served is good? Where you will see scenario one or scenario two? If not, where? Okay, justify your answer. Srikanth, will it happen to you anytime? Sharath, Satrupa Chakravarti, Sangeeta. In which scenario you think the food, the dish which was cooked by the kid was good? In scenario two, mother and the kid were both there, the parents were there with him, and they were both talking, taking the instructions, adjusting the things and all. They were doing the food. Okay. Here only the kid has to do. No one was there to help. Okay, even the YouTube or the whatever books are there, but yeah, he did it. He also cooked the food. So which scenario you think like the food was very tasty or delicious?
I think in scenario 1 it was good.
Why, man? Okay. Why do you think that's it? Why you think the scenario 1 was very
Can you show that slide, sir, please? I missed it. I think I'm wrong. So scenario 2 is good.
okay? Okay. Anyone else? Yeah, thanks for that. Yes. Harish, Jagni, Pradeep, Jinshin.
Yeah,
Scenario
maybe
2
two.
must be the good.
Yes, yes. So your majority of scenario. Okay. Why? Because you are able to understand it. Why? Because there was someone there who is inspecting
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
You are showing whatever you are cooking it. There was a transparency which was involved. There was some inspection which was involved. And whatever the feedback that they have given, our mother has given, you are adapting to that. And this is called as adaptation. Okay. And you are cooking the food. If you take, maybe if the kid was very good at cooking, probably you would have done better. But the thing is, 90% chances are there the two scenario will be always successful. Got it? Because unless otherwise the kid is good at first scenario, it will not going to happen. Okay. So what I'm trying to say here is this is how actually the scrum is going to work. The scrum is going to work on these things. Okay. Not only that, it is just a basic thing. Okay. What actually scrum has, I will let you. Okay. Now, what actually Scrum has? Okay. First of all, what is a Scrum? Did you ever come across this particular Scrum word called Scrum in your daily life? Scrum.
Yeah, we are using it in our project, sir.
Yeah, project is area. In IT field, we see that Scrum is implemented, so we have it in a project. In the English vocabulary, have you ever come across particular called Scrum? And if not, okay, just go and see like how it got it. Whatever. I will talk about that tomorrow and understand. But the thing is, what actually the Scrum Master role is all about, what is going to do, what is there in the Scrum. See, the Scrum will consist of 5 events. Okay, please understand there are 5 events in the Scrum. So first event is called as a sprint. This is called as a container event. What do you mean by container event? It's a placeholder. Okay, it's something like week. When you say week, it is 5 days, 7 days a week. So week will have 7 days. So that is a week is a container. You have a winter season. Winter season, it will have for 2 to 3 months, it will be very cold. It's a container event where you have festivals, you have so many things like, Christmas, New Year, whatnot. So that is a container. The sprint is a container, one of the event. Okay, it's a container event containing so many things inside. Okay, the first event is sprint. Next comes the first other thing is sprint planning. So what you are going to do, what you are going to work on, what you will be taking as a task. So everything will be decided in this particular event, which is sprint planning. So if it is for 1 month, probably the discussions are going to happen for 8 hours. Okay, what is going to happen in these 8 hours? We'll talk about that later. Okay, daily scrum, it will happen for every day, 15 minutes in every team. Okay. Okay, who are going to attend that? We'll talk about that later. Then there is another event called a sprint review, which is going to happen a day before your sprint concludes. That is going to happen for 4 hours. Then you have sprint retrospective meeting that happens on the last day, which is again a meeting on what actually went well in the sprint. Retrospective means what? I mean, let's understand. Retrospective means like thinking about what happened in the past. So they are going to talk about like how actually sprint went, whether we have done very nicely or what has been very bad, where we have to improve, and everything that will be discussed in the sprint. Okay. So again, this is almost for how many hours? This is for 3 hours. Okay, 3 to 4 hours. So These are the 5 events that will happen in the Scrum. Now, what your job is? So, first of all, what you need to understand as a part of this course is you will understand what is Scrum, what are there in the Scrum, what principles it is based upon. Okay, you will understand each and every event in detail. What are things will happen in these events? Who is responsible for what? Okay, what happens if we extend beyond this one, whether it becomes a Scrum or not? So many things will be discussed. Okay. So we will be discussing in thoroughly each and everything, who is responsible, who is accountable for all these things and all. Okay. So that thing will be happening. And so there are 5 events in the Scrum. If you see the roles, see almost we have only a few things, right? A green and some blue color, and another one is for maroon color, red color. So there are 3 roles here. The 3 roles are, one is your product owner, another one is Scrum Master, another one is developers. Okay. So there are 3 roles, and in the Scrum, for every role, there are certain responsibilities and accountabilities. We'll talk about that in the course. Okay. So 5 events, 3 roles. Okay. Next thing. So we'll also talk about 5 values. Okay. There are 5 values in the Scrum, which we'll talk about tomorrow in that. Okay. And 3 pillars in the Scrum. Okay. So 3-5-3-5 is something that you need to understand. 3-5-3-5, and this is a part of this Scrum. Okay. Whatever it is, we will talk about that as a course term. So till now, any questions here, so that we will 1 minute. Any questions?
So once each sprint, there is any days
No,
will be
no. The
within
time
sprint?
slots are, these are time slots are given, so it will work as per the particular time slots only. Okay. And your job as a Scrum Master, what we need to do at each and every event, we will be going to study that. Okay, in sprint planning, what is your role? On the daily Scrum, what is your role? Okay, in the sprint review, what you are going to do, what you have to do, all these things will be discussed. Okay, so in the sprint planning, before that, what you need to do? So there are so many techniques. Okay, so many things which you need to do as a Scrum Master. So those will be discussed in the course.
Okay, for each sprint, once we complete the each sprints, there is a gap. Will be the gap?
No gap, sir. As soon as you complete the sprint, the next sprint is going to start. If you want to stop the sprint in the middle, you can't do it as a Scrum Master. You have no authority to do it. Only the product owner has it. Okay. That too, if he feels that the goal has, that we'll talk about the sprint goal when it becomes obsolete, not relevant, then only the product owner can scrap it. But no, or else no.
No.
Scrum Master has no authority to do anything. Please understand that.
Okay.
You are just like a president of a country, our India, like something where you have your role is okay, but you have no powers to do take a very this decision. You are like a mediator between all the people. Okay, you should understand like this. So you are the person who helps the team, who is agile coach. Okay, I'm just going here. Agile coach. You are an agile coach. You will be explaining that. Giving them information about the agile scrum and all. You will support the team. You are the person who removes the blocker. What do you mean by a blocker? If you have any issue in getting access, if you have any issue in resolving certain things, you need help, you'll be helping them. Okay, you will be helping them. You will not do anything. Understand that. You will be helping the project management team to giving the reports. Okay, you will do the tool main. If there are any tools, you will be supporting them. You will be protecting the team. You will be standing for the team. You will be a communicator. You will be working between the project management team and you and the team. Okay. And you will be facilitator of all the events that are happening. You will conduct the meetings. You will make sure that everything is in place properly. So you will not code. You will not test. You will not, or not. I mean, so you will not assign any task to them. You will not. You should make the team to be self-independent taking their own decisions. Okay, coach them, train them to work on the agile principles or in the Scrum. Okay, other than that, nothing. Okay, you are not empowered to take certain decisions to change everything in the organization or the structure. No, sir. Got it? Any questions?
Okay, thanks. No, I'm
Is this
actually
course helpful for any certification program also?
These courses we'll be taking. The Scrum.org will give you Scrum.org gives PSM 1 certificate and 2 certificate. Okay, and this course is going to help you in writing or applying for this particular exam. Okay. When I say you have the PSM certification is for almost $200, which comes around 16K Indian rupees. Okay, and you have to it's not a proctored mode. You can write it, and this is very. I mean, you have some 85% pass marks. So we will do mock exams. Even you can also do it and you can get it clear. So most of the questions will be repetitive, not an issue. In the Scrum.org, you can take the assessments freely in as many number of times as you can. Once you cross 85% for at least 5 times, then go and take the exam. Go and schedule your exam and do it. Okay, that's what I can suggest. So this is going to help.
okay. Do we need any technical
No, sir.
knowledge?
Nothing. No technical, sir, please. There are two tools actually. Scrum Master, the organizations are making, they don't want to make the person sit idle. At least as per the Scrum guide, Scrum Master should have only one team. Okay. But they give two teams. More than that, because they don't want to make the Scrum Master sit idle. Next thing, they also need a person who works as on a dev or in testing and be a Scrum Master. They say as a technical Scrum Master because they want to make him work for both the things. So it's up to you. If you are if you want to be a pure Scrum Master, don't go for the technical part. Say that I'm only into the Scrum Master and Agile. I don't want to go anywhere else. You take those job the calls. Okay.
Okay.
So no technical, sir. Nothing technical. If someone asks you technical, also you don't say because you are not a listen. The Scrum Master job is relevant to the technical things. No. Here you never seen like people asking for. I mean, to communicate what technology we need. We don't need anything. Okay, to facilitate a particular meeting, what technology we need? No, nothing. Okay, so everywhere it's like helping the teams, organizations, and all. So no way we are technical people. Even if they ask you some question in interview, what is it? Straight away say that no, sir, my role is this. I am not relevant. I mean, my job doesn't do this. Okay. I remember like I got a call from the Value Labs where they were asking on the same. Okay. On the final HR round, like I have rejected that offer because it was technical Scrum Master. So I need to do on the technical part as well as this. Purely, I said, I am no, sir, this is fine. I am fine with this one. I can't do that. I can't do technical things.
No, nowadays in Naukri and all, they are asking for some technical like DevOps or
Okay.
cloud.
So,
Yeah.
yes. That's up to you. I mean, if you are good at technical, again, you need to go with the DevOps learning and go.
Okay.
But if
Or
you're
else,
always, or else, this is fine.
yeah. Or else they will.
Project man.
Yeah.
They
Put
also want them
project.
more into project management tools because again the project management together with agile concepts like this is again a thing. It's up to learn the project management things and you can also go for that role as.
It's safe framework is full and full technical. Yeah. Because
No,
nowadays
it's
safe
not
framework
technical.
also is asking. They are asking safe framework.
But see,
But
if you are going to enterprise level, if it's going to implement, if your organization is at that particular level, If you have implemented safe, okay. Or else how we can say your team you have managed two teams, okay, and we is expecting a safe. Probably if your organization is not implementing safe, we can't take that role, right?
Yes.
Having a knowledge on that, that's fine. You can learn it somewhere. You can go for some certificate. That's fine. But if you are not implemented, it's your call whether you want to move to that role or not. Okay. So it's up to you.
Okay.
But this course content will not cover any safety. No scaled agile. Sorry. So these are a basic Scrum Master thing where once you do it, probably you can attend the interviews. You can go for exam and certifications. Okay. That I can guarantee. So tomorrow also we have a demo class again, like we'll discuss in thorough all the things. Okay, we can also attend. So probably the next after that we need to understand. Okay. So any questions still here?
So once we complete the course and we are getting PS1 certification, it is enough for lifetime, or else we have to go for
PSM1 is PSM certification is valid for lifetime.
no, in order to improve our career ladder, right? So we need to go for 2, 3 and agile coach like and all, or else PSM1 is for enough, like for
No, the career path we will show you tomorrow. It's going to be beyond this. I mean, you will not stop at this Scrum Master role, right? You will go with senior Scrum Master. You will go with you can become an agile coach. You can become a project manager, a product owner. There are so many other things where you can move into. So it's not limited to you. It's up to, but you should have experience at least 3 to 4 years. If you work as a Scrum Master, then you can go into those roles. So that's it.
So now we are having around 3 to 4 or 5 years of support, right? So will they consider it as a Scrum Master?
Yeah, you can say that you have worked on a project where it involves these things also. So that's fine.
Okay.
See, this is how you have to make up, right? Cook up the story. If you say I'm fully into non-technical, I was only supporting the application, nothing more, then you will not take it. See, that's what you have to make it. You understood, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Only thing is like you should say that yeah, my project also involves this. I was also into this. I was also into this. So I did like this. So this way you have to make it. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah. Any other questions, sir?
Dashboard creation and Jira related things also we can complete idea on that also, right? We'll get.
Sorry, I didn't get you.
So basically, project dashboard creation and effort.
See, dashboard creation apart is not a part of the Scrum Master. Okay, please understand. We are not going to create. See, we can create. See, in our, we can create. That's not an issue. The thing is, in your organization, you will not have that particular access. Okay, you need to raise a ticket or a service no ticket or Jira ticket, whatever, to those particular team and asking them to create a dashboard with this particular template which your organization follows. Okay, you can't say that if your company is very new, probably you then only like the thing comes to create a dashboard, but the creating dashboard is not a matter, doesn't matter. We will show it. I mean, we can create that in the Jira. Okay, Jira is free version of Jira will be valid for 15 days, I think. So you can also create that. So that we will take care. We will do it. You can see that in the same classes. Okay. Okay, we'll wind up here and tomorrow we'll meet. You can attend the demo class tomorrow also. Then we'll take few other questions and topics tomorrow. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. So let's try to understand like why actually we are going to this particular thing called a Scrum. Okay, but before the Scrum, like what actually, how the companies delivered the how the companies delivered their worked on the projects and delivered this thing. Okay, so that we will look into it today. Okay. So previously, like we used to have one approach that is called as waterfall, traditional waterfall model. Okay. So in the traditional waterfall model, how actually the flow of work is, we'll just discuss on that. Okay. Have you ever, I mean, anyone worked on this particular way of delivering the projects? Anyone there in the traditional waterfall? Are you presently working in the traditional waterfall itself? Hmm? Okay, fine. So, so there are so many phases in the traditional waterfall model. It's like, giving a real-time scenario, like it's you want to construct or you want to uh, have a gate constructed, gate built for your home, let us say. Okay, so that is your requirement. You as a customer will go to one of the manufacturing or any building or any of the shops. Okay, who works on the iron and builds a particular iron gate or any grills type of work. So you go there, you give an order. Okay, so the person, okay, who is there at that particular shop or that industry, like he's going to take the requirements from you. Okay, once he takes the requirements, okay, all the requirements that are required, he will be analyzing the whatever, I mean, either costs or resources that are required or the time lag, the budget, whatever. So he is going to analyze, his team is going to analyze, the architects are going to analyze each and everything. Okay. So similarly, in our in the construction model also, like they are going to analyze each and everything. In the IT also, they are going to analyze everything. Once the analysis part is done, okay, when they are have analyzed and they have come to some conclusion saying that yeah, this particular gate, what you want to have for your home, maybe like it is going to cost somewhere around some, let us say $10,000 or 10,000 rupees, whatever. Okay, so you will come and it requires 2 to 3 people for employing or constructing this particular thing, and we will do that in a time period. So you will say like you will do this particular analysis with all the requirements. In the IT field also, like you are going to analyze the in and out of this particular project, like what is going to be the cost, budget, how this has to be implemented, which technologies to be used, okay, how many resources we need to employ. So many factors will be involved, okay, in the analysis phase. Okay, so in and out of each and everything will be discussed, and they will come to certain conclusion in the analysis phase. Once the analysis phase is done, okay, and when the customer approves that, okay, then it will go to the next phase called as design phase. So in the design phase, they will try to create a prototype. It's not that they are, it will be a fully operatable or it's fully working thing. It is just a prototype they are going to write. In an IT field, it is going to be a pseudo code. Okay. What do I mean by pseudo code is something, a code, an algorithm, which is not purely program, a purely syntactically, logically correct program, but it's general a common man who can understand the particular sequence of steps which can be written later into a program and executed. So design part is a certificate of a pseudocode can be written. Okay, I remember like when we are working on this particular thing Java and some other language, like we have written a pseudocode in the like if it, conditions like if making use of do while loops, loops, like logics, whatever that are implemented in a conditional loop. Okay. So that pseudocode we used to write and put it there. And once it gets approved by architect or by any of the leads or whoever, then it is going to be given for the development. Okay, once he approves that. So in the development part, we are again they are going to implement. I mean, they are going to write the actual code, see how it is meeting the requirements, and they will be doing it in a very making use of any of the languages. It could be on the Java, or it could be on any of the Python, or it could be on any of the upcoming languages that they want, or the customer wants, or if you are aware. So the development part will be done. So once the development part from your side is done, then they will be going for the testing part. So in the testing, they will see like actually how a user is going to test it. Okay, so test in the sense how it can be used, what errors that occur when you are going for a testing, whether the screen is failing at any point of time, whether it is throwing some error, like are these conditions are being met. So many things will be in the testing will be done. Okay, now we have so many things in testing, manual testing, we have automation testing, so many other testings are involved. So the testing part will be done. Later, once everything is okay, when everything, all the test cases have been complete, are checked and completed, then it will go to the deployment case. Once the deployment is done and it is on the production, okay, then you have the operations team who will be taking care of the tickets if they have any issues. You'll have a maintenance. Okay, so all these things will be taken. So this is the whole life cycle of the software, the traditional waterfall. Okay, if you see this one also the same thing. Requirement phase, then comes the specification, comes the design, then comes the implementation, the testing, and the maintenance. So what you see here is it's a step-by-step approach, right? One after another. It's not that you're in the middle of something, then if some customer comes again with some changes, then you can implement that. No, it's not like that. If the requirement phase is started, probably they will be thoroughly taking all the requirements needed for this particular project, for the particular product and all. Okay, and then they will go to the next phase. So once they go to the next step, they are going to freeze the previous step. That's it, right? That means like when they freeze it, they are not going to entertain any of the changes. Okay, so everything is freeze now. Once they have done the specification, okay, then they will go to the design. So in the design phase, they are not going to uh, accommodate any of the change in the specifications that have been asked. Okay, something like that. So each and every step, the before steps are being freezed, and you will go to the next steps. So in the implementation, also in the testing, also everywhere. So this is one of the disadvantage, right? Because let us say in this present scenario, if you see the changes are are very fast nowadays. If one company implements one of the feature, then other companies having an advanced feature of that. So if the customer asks in between and requests you to change something because the competitor is doing something else, then if you can't accommodate, probably you are not with the customer. You are not helping the customer in the market. He will be losing that particular market, his share, his value. Okay, so he has to he probably today he may be there with you. Later he'll be going to the next person who can do that. Okay. So this is one of the disadvantage. The freezing part where you can't accommodate the changes in between is one of the difficult. It's a very loss that incurs a loss to the customer. Okay. Next thing, if you see the implementation phase, let us say the requirement phase started at month 1. Okay, and specification second month, design third month, and implementation is done in the fourth month. So the people who are doing this implementation or the testing, they need to wait for 4 to 5 months. Okay, till that particular time, the company has to pay them, right? Because they have to maintain those people. So this is also one of the disadvantage, right? I mean, you need to, of course, you can't get the people at the on the spur of the moment. On the today we are starting the project, and tomorrow you can't get the people. Okay, they have to hire in advance. But of course, it takes a lot of so many months they will be kept on idle, and you have to pay them unnecessarily. That's also on the company's perspective. It takes this thing right time, the cost also. So these are the disadvantages in the waterfall model. Now the question comes, okay, you are saying that traditional waterfall is a very, it is having some disadvantages. But how these companies previously, before Agile came into picture, they were successful. Okay, why they were able to solve, why they were able to produce very good things in the market. Don't you think so? Because traditional waterfall came in almost 2011, let us say. No, sorry, not traditional. Agile practices came almost in between 2010, like that. So before that, they were working on the traditional waterfall one. Like, and the projects were very successful. No project was very, it was not a failure. Then do you think that waterfall model is a failure one in that case? Then my answer is no. Okay, because At that time, the requirements, the changes, what do you say, the demands of the customer or the market were not that much changing in time. Okay, they were happy with this particular releases. They were happy with having a release once in a year or twice in a year, not more than that. But now it's not like that. Every week you see some feature adding to your app. Okay, you see a notification in your Play Store saying that you need to update. So the market scenario present is different from the previous one. Okay, that's one thing. So these are not failure, nor we can say like it is a disadvantage, but it is not a failure one. Okay. Another thing, there are so many companies as of now which are using this traditional waterfall. So the question here comes: if you are joining as a Scrum Master, will you encourage your organization to continue with that particular waterfall, or you will ask them to change and move to Agile or any Scrum? What will be your answer? Can anyone give Sangeeta, Pradeep, Chakravarti, Jinshin, Harish?
Actually, it will be good to go ahead with the agile way of working, but the actual scenario also has to be understood. But in general, it is always advisable to recommend going to move forward agile.
Sorry, sir, can you come again the last two lines? Your voice is a little. Mhm.
Okay, yeah, I mean, we have to think from I mean, from conceptual nature also why they are still sticking on to waterfall model. But in general, it is always advisable to recommend our customers to go ahead with the agile way of working. Yeah, but that is in general statement. But when we deal with the complexities of the nature of the clients and complexities of the requirements, accordingly, the decision can be further investigated whether to stick to waterfall or agile. But no, with the changing market trends, it is always advisable to recommend customers agile.
Yes, yeah, true. Good, yeah, that's correct thing. Any other answers? So like yeah, thanks for that, Sangeet. The thing is, yes, as per the customer's expectation, as per the market demands, yeah, we need to change it or we may not change it. Well, that's up to the customer's need. But if your organization at present is having this particular traditional waterfall model of working, and if they are okay with that, let it continue. Okay, you need not go and change everything. Okay, so as a Scrum Master, it's okay. I mean, if the organization wants to move from the waterfall to the agile, yes, okay, be there to help them and coach them, train them on the Scrum or whatever, and try to move to this particular thing. But if they are happy and everything is going smooth, then there is no need to change anything. Okay, so there is no need. Even if it isn't, I think this is one of the interview questions, like saying that what would you be doing in that case? You should clearly say that if the customer is happy, okay, if the customer has no issue with waterfall model of working and his requirements are very much clear and he is not going to change anything in the future also, probably yes, go with the waterfall. But if something, if he wants to work in the current market, the current situations, then and he wants to move it, then yeah, please help them. Okay, yeah, that's true. I mean, as per the requirements, as per the needs, like we need to change. But as a what I say, uh, Scrum Master, don't try to force them because you have read the Scrum guide, because you are certified in the Scrum as a Scrum Master. Don't change everything on the one go when you go move to an organization. Okay, so that's what. So yes, so I say like there are disadvantages in this waterfall model that led to move to some other things. Okay, so the thing we are approaching is into agile. Okay, have you ever come across this word called agile in your daily life? Agile, agility in English vocabulary. That's what I mean to say. Because if you understand that particular word, maybe it will be easy for you to remember. So agile, agility. So what picture comes into your mind when you talk, when you think about agility? Anyone? That's okay. When even if you are not aware in the English, that's fine, not an issue. But try to remember, understand. Yes.
Agility means, able to do things swiftly, um, quickly.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Agility. Yes. Agility. Something. Yes.
Yes, like flexible.
Yes. Yes. Exactly. True. So anything that is flexible. If you see the gymnastics people, right? They are so much. They have the agility in their body. They can bend like anything. What I mean to say is they are flexible. They are quick. Okay, in their moving their things. Okay, in the body, so that they can able to perform the activities with little bit faster, quickly, and having this flexibility because of that. So here also, when we are talking about the waterfall model, those were little bit the principles or whatever the things that they followed. They are very rigid. They were very fixed. They were the everything was frozen, or everything has to be to change something. It requires a lot of approvals. I do remember where if one of the design document has to be changed, it has to go to 2 to 3 people, then it used to get approved. But first it used to go to the client. He has to say okay, then it used to go to the architecture, then he says okay, then it used to come to the leads, then it comes to me. So these type of very rigid structures, I think because of that disadvantages, we moved into a new thing called as an agile, where a little bit of flexibility of can be seen at each and every stage, not only in coding, not only in working, testing, everything in whatever field it is. So even in the release also, we see a lot of flexibility. Okay, you can release it very frequently. Okay, so let's just talk about the agile definition methodology today. Okay, and let us try to understand. Okay, I'm stressing. I will be uh, talking about this. Okay, now when you're talking about agile, here please understand this word, because what I have written, what is agile methodology? Please, okay, it is a methodology. It's a way of working, a methodology. We have certain methods, right? If you see in the maths, like you have certain method to prove something. You have certain, there are some methods, or I could say this is a way of working. Okay, so it is an iterative approach. Okay, when I say iterative, it means something cyclically happening. Okay, like a round fashion. Okay, where you start from something and you end up, and you are going to repeat till your particular thing is delivered. Okay, so what is that and all, we'll talk about that later. The definition is not a concrete definition. You can give any definition you want. But thing is, agile methodology is something which follows an iterative approach to deliver in within few weeks, from 1 to 4 weeks. Here it is said. Okay, so which is the agile methodology. Again, it is aligned to deliver your changing requirements. Okay, and it is going to provide you or distribute the software with fast and few changes. Okay, so the whole thing about the agile methodology is like it's following the iterative approach, a cyclic approach. Okay, that means like it's not going to be a just a once a linear type of thing. Okay, it's going to be in working in iteration. Now, okay, what do you mean by iterative approach? I know we are going to talk in the next classes. So, which is going to deliver your project or the software or whatever within a few weeks, from 1 to 4 weeks, with faster changes. Okay, so in that way, agile can be defined. Okay, so there are so many things in the agile. If you take agile is like something, it holds a lot of things underneath. So it's an umbrella. Okay, it's an umbrella of so many processes. Like we have Scrum as one of the frameworks. Canva is one of the things. Okay, extreme programming, lean. Okay, feature driven, crystal clear. Here in our course, like we are going to study about Scrum as well as Canva. Okay, we are going to understand in and out of the Scrum and things which are related to Kanban, but not under fully into Canva. Okay. Okay, good. So let us start like how actually the Scrum got evolved. Okay. So these people in 1993 were the first people who actually have presented the concepts in an article called New Product Development Game in 1986, okay, by name by person Takeuchi Nonaka, okay. They compared this particular approach with a game called rugby. Have you? I think should have known this game called rugby. Have you? Anyone aware of this particular game called rugby? Have you seen in the TVs or in the sports channels and all? American football, right? Rugby. So are you aware?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
It is a
So
famous game.
yes. So like I think in our languages, like we have a movie called Sai. Okay, there the same thing. Game is played, whatever. So here in this game, what they do is they have a ball and the ball has to be put in the opponent's post and they play it. So the ball is being passed back and forth. If anyone does any foul, the referee is going to raise a card. I mean that means he is going to give a warning first. After one or two warning, probably he is going to be moved out of the game. So whatever, this is a game. Okay, so in this particular game, like if you make any fall, okay, if you make anything wrong, a mistake, probably you need to restart the game once again. Okay, now that restarting the game once again because you have done something wrong, okay, or not meeting to the expectations, probably then we can say that word is called as scrummage. Okay, so from there you got this word called scrummage. So from there they have taken the word scrum. Okay, scrummage is derived from here. Now, being a scrum master, if someone asks you like from where you got this particular word, you should say we got it from the word from the game called rugby, where this scrummage is a foul which is no, okay. Once the foul is being played, the referee asks you to play once again. Okay, and this process is called as a scrummage. Okay, so we got derived this particular word from the particular act, scrummage. Am I clear on this one? Are you able to understand? Yes or no? Clear?
Yes.
Okay. Nitin, Pradeep, Ram, Chakravarti,
Yes, yes.
you are able to follow? Good,
Yes.
good, good. Okay, fine. See, from if you ask me like, what's the importance of this history? Like, just I want you to know like how actually it got evolved because no one is going to ask you like, give me from which year, like what happened and all in your interviews. No, not in your exam point of view. The thing is, this is the history that you should know, like how it got evolved from which year onwards. Okay. So again, in 1995, they were Jeff Sutherland and Ken Schauber. Okay, they gave this public in a conference called as UPSLA. Okay, that's Scrum Development Process at UPSLA in Austin, Texas. Okay. Now, in 1990, Jeff Sutherland and Ken Schauber, these two people are very important to us. They are the gods. That's why I have highlighted in black. Okay. You have to remember till you are working as a Scrum Master. Okay. Jeff Sutherland and Ken Schauber. Why? Because these two people are the one who later moved, worked together, and later separated and formed this Scrum.org and Scrum Alliance. Okay, fine. We'll talk about that. So in 2001, they created this Agile Manifesto. Okay, so 15 associates together with Jeff Sutherland and Ken Schauber, they have gathered together in one of the hotel. Okay, and they have formulated few things for the something to be there in the Agile. Okay, so in 2002, they formed this organization, Scrum Alliance. Excuse me. In 2014, they presented this paper called The Value of the Scrum to the Organization. So in 2016, we have full Scrum, okay, fully scalable Scrum. So this is a brief intro which started from 1995 and ended in 2016. And in 2017, we have the first Scrum Guide, okay. The Scrum Guide, now that's a Bible for us, okay. If you are a Scrum Master, you should read thoroughly, and we are going to read thoroughly each and every line in the Scrum, okay. Fine. So in 2017, we have the first version of the Scrum Guide. In 2021, like we have another version uh, of the Scrum Guide, the second version. Okay, I'm going to share that particular thing tomorrow. Okay, and you can download that. So this is just the history, like how actually it got evolved. Okay. So whatever, these are the Scrum things. As I said yesterday, once you become the Scrum Master, the job is to make you will be working as a facilitator, you will be working as an agile coach. Okay, you will be helping the team, you will be removing the blockers, reporting tools, maintenance, protects the team and all. So this is, you are the center of everything. Okay, you will be helping all the people. Okay, so this is a small diagram. Okay, fine. So before we go into what actually I think we have just given into yesterday, we have three roles here. The persons are product owners, scrum master, and the developers. Okay, we have 5 events like sprint planning, daily scrum. Daily scrum is for happens every day. Then you have review, sprint review, and retrospective. So this is a little bit of cyclic in nature. If you see, it's a something like which repeats every week. Okay, and once you clear it, you'll talk about the words here, which or whatever is a little later. Okay, you may not understand now. Okay, fine. So before we go ahead with the Scrum, okay, let's understand the Agile. Actually, what was discussed in the Agile manifesto? Okay, the manifesto actually has 12 principles and 4 values. These 12 principles and 4 values you need to remember as a Scrum Master, okay, which are very important in your interview questions. Okay? And of course, few of the questions may be asked in exam point of view, but make sure that not all the 12 principles you can remember. Whatever that you remember, that's good. I mean, at least 3 to 4 are more than okay, because even the interviewer also doesn't remember all the 12. Okay, that's fine. But at least few things, if you remember, that will be more than good. So today, like we are going to discuss on these 12 principles and the 4 values. Let's go in detail and understand it. Until now, are you with me? Are you having any questions? Any questions, sir?
No.
Good. Nice. Okay, very good. So why I need to ask you, because see, once you understand the big things first, later you can understand the minute things later. Okay. So Agile is something which is bigger in nature, because they have made so much compressing all the frameworks. It has from there, like the smaller frameworks derive the basic things from there. Okay, we will try to understand first the Agile. We have 12 principles and 4 values. Okay, from today onwards you should know that there are 12 principles in Agile and there are 4 values. Okay, let's go with the first one. The first thing is, our highest priority is to satisfy the customer through the early and continuous delivery of valuable software. Okay, please understand this one. What is the highest priority? It is to satisfy the customer. Okay, let us say like you are trying to you are planning to go for a business. Okay, you want to switch over from IT and you are trying to plan for a business. Your business will run only because if the customer comes to you, or else it's not going to run, right? So in that case, the highest priority should be given to whom? It should be given to the customer. Now, customer is a person who is funding you, right? He is making your living happy. So you should satisfy the customer. What are his requirements? You should satisfy them. So the highest priority is the satisfying the customer. But how true this can be done by having early and continuous delivery of valuable software. So in the IT company, if you want to satisfy the customer in the present scenario of the market, you have to deliver continuously, and that too early, with a competitive advantage. Okay, please understand with I'm just giving a real time our life scenario, because like you can, it's like if you are let's say you are going to a shop now. Okay, you want to buy something. Okay, you reach there and you ask your shopkeeper or any storekeeper to give that particular product. Let us say in our India, like we have shops maintained by some people, shopkeeper. We'll go there and we'll ask to give me one soap, okay, or any of the hand wash or whatever. Okay. Now, as at the same time, let us take another scenario where um, another person has come and he has also asked for the same thing, okay, some other thing, whatever. In that case, if the shop owner is not giving you the priority and he's giving this priority to the second person who came late, okay, what you will feel? Will you feel good about that, or will you be feel a little bit how your reactions will be at that particular point of? Or it could be going to a shopping mall and you are in the queue line for billing. You are waiting there in the billing line, and but a person who came took the shortcut route and he went directly to the billing and he was taking it. To whom do you feel like you are being neglected, or you feel okay? This is a I'm happy with whatever they are doing. How do you feel? How will be your reactions, Ram, Pradeep? Is he giving the priority to you, or will you feel like you should be given the priority because you stood the line for so many times and but nevertheless, yes, you feel neglected, right? Nitin? Oh, yes, thanks for that. So, Sangeeta, Ram, Pradeep, how will you be your reactions when you are being neglected and you are not being your requirements are not being met? Are you able to understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
yes.
definitely a not good scenario. We will definitely think about going to if the customer is not appreciated or not ignored, then we will look for some other store, right?
Right,
So
right,
we
exactly.
will look for some other service provider.
Yes, yes, perfect. Right, Nitin, right, Sangeeta. So this happens to everyone, right? I mean, because we were waiting for something and he has neglected us and he's not satisfying our thing. And probably, yeah, we may not go for the next time. So the highest priority should be to satisfy the customer and that too early, okay, and continuous delivery. Because if we are in the IT field, we should be a continuous delivery, okay. So that should be the thing, okay. Next thing, very good. Yeah. You are able to understand the priority you should be given to the customer. Make a note of this. Okay. We'll after the second point, we'll talk about something. Welcome changing requirements even late in the development. Okay. Agile processes harness change for the customer's competitive advantage. Now that's what Agile is all about. Even if the customer comes in the middle of the process, let us say maybe in the design phase or in the testing phase, he says like, I want to have something in the this particular feature. I want to add something extra, another functionality. Please add it. I'm going to fund you. If you say no, I am frozen. My code requirements, code, everything is frozen, and we are freezed. We are not going to work on anything on that. Then probably again the same thing is happening here. You are not able to accommodate his requirements in the middle of the development. Okay. Once that is done, so you have a bandwidth to do that, so you have the capability, the technical skills, the time, the cost, but everything you have, but you're not able to do, or you're not wanting to do that because of the methodology that you are using. Maybe the customer is losing his competitive advantage over here, right? So agile is the process that is going to help the customer to gain the competitive advantage by incorporating his requirements in the middle of the development. So that should be there. Okay. If you say no, if you are very much rigid in not accepting that, probably he will reconsider his decision of coming back to you. Okay, he may not come to you. Okay. So that business point of view, like you need to understand. Okay. So agile is something there where it is helping the customers to have a competitive advantage. Okay. Once you neglect that, once you say no to him, probably he will be lost in the market, right? So that's what I think at this particular time I can say. Um, yeah. So I will just give an example of again in the next principles. So in these two principles, if you see, okay, first principle and second principle, whom you think like Agile is giving more importance? Is it to the organization or is it to the customer?
Customer.
Customer, right? So it is a customer in these two principles. Like why I'm saying, because Agile has a very comprehensive way of dealing the things. Now these two principles are the coming two to three principles. Probably it is focusing more importance to the customer. If the Durga soft is not giving importance to you, probably you will not come back again. Okay, that's what I mean. Anything, even if you do business tomorrow, probably if you don't give importance to the person who is funding you, then they will reconsider their decision. Okay, you will be at loss. So that's it. Next, so first two are on the customer perspective. Next comes the deliver working software frequently from a couple of weeks to couple of months with a preference to shorter time cycle. Now again, the delivery should happen within the shorter time cycle, within the months itself. Okay, not taking lot of months, only few months. Okay, from weeks to couple of months, not more than that. Okay, so a preference should be given for a rapid, shorter time cycle. Okay. Next, business people and developers must work together daily throughout the project. So business people are the people who are funding with the customers, and the developers who are coding over here, working on it, developing something. The testers, they have to interact or they must work togetherly daily throughout the project. So throughout the project, they need to collaborate with one another. Okay. So if you take the first three are mostly on the customer centric, now slowly they are moving into something else. Okay. So the business people and the developers collaboration has to be there in the fourth point, right? Then you will ask me the question, sir, how it can be, because business people are developers, how do they know? So there will be a representative working on the behalf of the business people. It could be a business analyst, it could be a product owner who can be a representative of the business. He will come with all the specifications, okay, and he will clear the doubts of the developers. So this is an ongoing process. It's not a one-time job. Till the project runs, he is going to help them. Okay, good. Again, now let us see the agile. Okay, now if you are developing, if you are having a planning for an organization, the fifth point: build projects around motivated individuals. Okay, and give them the environment and support they need and trust them to get the job done. Now, you have to build the projects around the motivated individuals. You should have that particular enthusiasm. You should have that zeal, the spirit, to work, okay, to learn something new, to do whatever. I mean, but you have to complete the project. So we have to build the projects with those, or work with those people who are very good at, or who are very enthusiastically working. Okay, they have their particular thing. Okay, give them the environment. It's not that you hire those people, highly energetic people over there, but at the same time you need to provide the environment also, right? You can't create an environment where everything is not that good. I mean, where everything backbiting is happening, where people are talking behind you. Okay, very negative environment, whatever. So, but it should be a very positive environment. You should give all the support they require, even if someone is feeling bad. I mean, even if someone is having lack of knowledge, you should give them the support he requires. Okay, and also trust them, because they will be the person who will be doing that particular job. Okay, now this, if you come to the fifth point, is slowly the agile is slowly moving towards the employees, right? They are talking about the individuals now. The first two, 1 to 3, could be on the customers. Okay, if you go give importance to the customers, give the priority to the customers, understand his requirements, do whatever from the customer perspective. Now he's slowly coming to the employees. He's asking you to employ those people who are very energetic and motivated, and you also should create an environment for them to be like that. Okay. Next thing, within the team member, also within the development, the most efficient and effective method of conveying information to and within a development team is face-to-face conversation. Okay, so this is what actually Agile is expecting from you. That means what? If there is any way, a lack of information, if you feel like you have got stuck at a particular point of time, you don't have any information on anything, on the specifications or anything, it's better that you go and talk to him face to face, or have some Zoom call or any of the method of having direct approach to that guy. Okay. I mean, so if it is a hybrid model, probably yes. If you're going to office, you can call, talk to them directly. If not, you can connect through Zoom. Okay, so the Agile is trying to say that if you create an environment, you should also have these particular things in place so that the policies or the principles, the HR thing, whatever, so that people are understanding it. Okay. Next. Working software is a primary measure of progress. Okay. What does it mean? Now you slowly see from the customer, he moved into the developers, individuals. Now he's moving to how the process should be there now. Okay. Working software is a primary measure of progress. How to say that whatever you are working is correct? I mean, because let us say we have given work to few people and ask them to show it on the third day or fourth day. Okay. They have said, and on the third day, like when we go back to them and ask like what is their progress, if they say like, yeah, we have done this one and all, and they show a PowerPoint presentation of their work, are you going to accept that? Are you going to accept that?
So we would like to see the product, I mean the feature, working feature.
Yes. Correct, right? Or else, how can we believe that it's working? First of all, what we are delivering to the customer is a working software. If you're not showcasing that, if the developer is not showcasing that, then they are just bluffing. Okay, they're just acting as if they have done something. So if you want to see the progress, then the software that they are developing should be a working software. Okay, so working software is a primary measure of progress. If they are not doing that, if they are not showcasing their working software, straight away reject that. You are not doing anything. You're just bluffing. That's it. Got it? So working software is primary measure of progress. We're coming into the process now. Next, agile processes promote sustainable development. Okay, and the sponsors, developers, and users should be able to maintain a constant pace indefinitely. So that means what? We are trying to provide an environment where everything grows. Okay, sustainable development. So altogether, it's a teamwork, right? The sponsors, the developers, the users, they are going to work. They are going to collaborate with one another, everyone, and with a constant pace. Okay, it's not that you start with a big bang in the beginning itself, and later you have the energy drained out at the end, and just close the project and leave. No, it's not like that. So it aims to grow in a sustainable way, okay, for a longer period of time, so that the relations or whatever is that is maintained. So it's not a one-time job, but it's a process altogether. Got it? Any questions till 8, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4? Why I am stressing this particular 12? Okay, because you will understand like how actually agile is being written. Okay, how easy or how flexible they want to make it to everyone. Okay, they are giving more importance to customer. They are giving more importance to the developers, to the process. Okay, so that everything is balanced. Okay. All right. Okay. Next thing. Continuous attention to the technical excellence and good design enhances agility. Good, right? So let us say two people. Okay, a person who has been in the industry for almost right from before the Java came into picture, and there is a person who is recently done his core whatever a degree, and he has a very good knowledge, or whoever it is, not only the beginners, but anyone who has a very good knowledge of the latest technologies. Okay, if you take these two people, anyone or any person who has updated himself, okay, who has given importance to the learning and updated himself to the new technologies, then we should give preference to those guys because why? Let me say why. Because there is one design. Let us say one design. which can be done in two languages. Maybe it could be on Java, or it could be in any other language which is uptrending now, or Python, or what next. So if in Java, if it takes 2 to 3 days, and if another language which is trending now, if it takes just a 1 day, which one you will prefer?
The one with the minimum time.
Yes, one with which minimum time, of course, together with excellence, right? So technically, whatever good, and which is taking less amount of time. So that's why how you can design, how can you select that with less amount of time? Suppose particular language is delivering a particular design with less time. That means agility it has, or whatever agility it is bringing. Okay, that is because you have enhanced your skill set. Okay, you have enhanced your technical skill set, because of which previously the same thing could have been coded in Java or other languages, which would take almost 3 to 4 days. But you have given importance to the learning because you have paid an attention to technical excellence. You are able to learn a new thing, and you are able to deliver very much fastly. In that present scenario requires that. So continuous attention to technical things will help you to enhance your design with enhance design with agility. So it's the same thing, right? Today the market demands Scrum Master. Today it demands Agile coaches. So I think that's why like you people have been thinking about to move into this particular role. So you are indirectly or unknowingly giving importance to the technical excellence, if not technical, whatever excellence that you want in your career. So because of that, you are trying to bring certain changes, okay, which you can see in the upcoming months. Okay. So that is very much required in your career path, right? We also require some, if you want to grow, probably we need to give attention to those technical or whatever excellence that we are planning for. Okay, so hope you are understanding like how one should grow. We should give technical excellence either in the organization or in ourselves or in our lives. Okay, because it brings agility. We have to be catch something which is trending in the market. Okay, you always dream to buy certain having a good featured mobile phone or good featured car, whatnot, right? Because you need that. You want to go to some place which is some miles within few hours. You don't want to take 2 to 3 days to go 50 kilometers or 50 miles per one. Okay, you don't want to take a longer journey, right, for longer hours. You want to end it very fastly. No, everything in our lives is related to that. Hope you are understanding what I'm saying. Technical excellence is very much important to bring the agility. Okay. Now this one is very important. Simplicity. What do you mean by simplicity? The art of maximizing the amount of work not done is essential. Are you able to understand?
Yes.
This 10 point, probably so every time, like they are going to ask this particular question in the interviews. I mean, not it's up to the individual, but yes, it brings a lot of this thing. I mean, very good understanding. Simplicity, making it simple. Okay, if you are making it simple, you are eliminating the complexity, right? You are eliminating the complexity of doing complex things. That means which is not required. Okay, so that's what it means. Let us take an example. You can write a code which does the same functionality in Java as well as in Python. Okay, so simplicity is choosing the Python, okay, eliminating the work which is done in Java. Are you able to understand? Are you able to understand what I mean?
Yes.
No? So it is better not to do the work. Okay. So you have to be, use your wits or use your knowledge to not to do the work which is not relevant. Okay. Then to do the something which is relevant. So the art of maximizing the amount of work not done is very important. So you better don't do in Java because it is taking a lot of time. Okay, try to understand. Better don't take something which is taking a lot of time. So that art of maximizing not doing the work is very important. That's what I mean to say. Don't pick something which is eating your time. Don't pick something which is waste of your energy, everything. Okay. But concentrate on something which is very easy to do and brings you a good result. Okay. So it's like amount of not doing the work is very, essential in some scenarios. Okay. Instead of choosing a wrong one, better choose something which is very simple and easy to do. Then go for a complex thing and do it. Okay. That's the simplicity. Are you able to get it?
Yes, clearly understood.
It's like you want to earn money from stock market. There are two things. Learn everything from the stocks. Okay. Learn all the things related to stocks. And or other step is go to a broker, ask him like where to invest, give him the money. Which you think will be the better? You are
Going
planning to invest. Better, yes, better, right? Because like if you have the time to read, going through each and everything from the stocks, okay, then you can go. But in the present scenario, if you can earn by going through one of the broker or through some means, which is taking less time and you are getting good results, better go in that way. Okay. So that is simplicity. That's what I mean to say here. Okay. Better don't do the work which is taking your time, which is making the things complex, but choose the things which are very simple, easy to do, and meeting your requirements. Got it? Got it, sir? Good. Fine. Great. So we have done till now almost 10 agile principles in the agile manifesto, which talks about the customer in the beginning, then comes about the developers, how they should interact, what should they do. Okay. And then comes about the processes, the technical excellences. Okay. All these things, right? Okay. So any questions still here you have?
No, sir.
Great. One thing before I end up here. No one in the interview is going to ask you all the 12 principles. They are going to ask you at least 2 to 3, or maximum 3 to 4. That's it. Not more than. You can choose any of the 4 things and you can explain. Okay. And these are very easy to understand. And you need not even, try to by heart or mark it up or whatever. It's not required. You can understand very easily. Okay. Fine. So whenever you study, make sure that you are attaching this particular principle to your daily life so that you can remember it very easily. Okay, that's what I want to convey. Fine. So today we are going to end up here itself. Okay, tomorrow we are going to catch again on the next 2 principles and 4 values. Am I okay?
Yeah, I have one doubt.
Yes.
Who is created by story points? Is it PO or Scrum Master is going to be created by story points?
Scrum Master is not at all involved in creating the stories, not at all involved in the story point estimations. Okay, he knows each and everything, but the thing is, he will help the team to estimate. Okay.
Okay.
Got it. But the Scrum Master will not give his opinion. He's not going to say, no, for this particular user story, assign this particular value. No, sir. He is going to educate the team on how to do that so that they can clearly, assign the value to the user story.
Okay.
Got it. You are like an empire. You play the game. Okay. We are like empires in the team. The teams are going
for
to
example, if PO is in long leave, at that time, what is his role?
Yes. If the
Who
team
is
is
going to take care?
yes. If the team, let us say the PO is off of the board, okay. Next, you will explain them this particular user story. Okay, you are going to ask there is another concept called as empiricism. You are going to ask the development team to understand the requirement, okay, and say them like how much estimation they can give on this one. You are going to help them out, okay, saying that for this type of similar scenarios which you got previously, you can assign the same thing, okay, but you are not going to give your opinion because it's a developer's game, okay. Developers are the people who are going to work on it. They should understand the complexity, the importance of this particular user story. Then only they can give certain value to the user story point. Okay? The story points to that particular user story. You are going to just help them in how to do that. That's it. The role is that only.
Yeah. Thank you. Got it. Thank you.
Got it?
Yeah.
So we are not going to involve in any of the technical aspects because if you say like this particular user story should be given, let us say 3 story points, then someone is going to come and ask you, how can you do that? One developer may come and ask you, like, how can you give 3 story points? This has certain dependencies, this has certain, this thing, complexity involved. I will be giving you 5 story points for this one. No, the argument comes. If you are a technical guy, you can do that. But I am not a technical guy, so I can't give. Got it? Let us say you and me are both a Scrum Masters. Maybe you are aware of the technical aspect. I am not a technical guy. Then I can't give it. Right? I can't give a value to the user story because it's not my job. Because developer has to decide. They are the people who are going to work. Even the Scrum Master never should involve in this type of assigning the story points to user stories. He will not do. If he's a technical Scrum Master, if his job role is said in that way, then yeah, he can do it. But as per the Scrum Guide, strictly no. If a Scrum Master goes through reading by the Scrum Guide, in all the 14 pages of the Scrum Guide, nowhere it is mentioned that Scrum Master should involve in the estimations. No, he is just going to help them. That's it. But no, strictly no. So don't worry. You are just an umpire in any of the game. You will see how they are playing it, and you will explain them how to play. But you are not